have to
Beer.
is
Beer.
itself.
Beer. So many choices.
Only no function beer well without.
Woohoo! Beer! Hello and welcome to the return of Beer Busters. My name is Dan Baker. I'm joined by my co-host and brewologist.
Holy fuck. Steph Hefner.
And the demented and fermented.
Don't call it a comeback. Wayne Baker.
What are we going to call it then? But yes, we're back. It's not a comeback, but we're back. There's a story involved in why we've been gone for so long. I promise I'll get into that in a little bit. You've looked at your phone, you've looked at whatever device you're listening to us on, and you have seen who we have joining us yet again. The perennial, the one and the only, the man, the myth, the legend.
Ethan Buckman.
Yeah. Ethan, thanks for joining us again, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Woo. Ethan, of course, is from Stickman Brews, but you've also seen that on your phone. You've probably heard his voice a million times on this podcast.
Yeah, Stickman Brews, Royersford, Pennsylvania.
Best beer in Southeast Pennsylvania.
The best beer in Southeastern Pennsylvania, now confirmed by science.
Now confirmed by science. I like that. Here, I want to get the housekeeping out of the way too, and I have to say it before I forget that I have to say it because it's been so long. Yeah. Follow us online, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We are at Beer Busters. Are we still doing TikTok? Is that have we aged ourselves out of that? Because I think we should.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not using it. Are you using it?
I've not been using it. I forget that TikTok exists a lot, though I am starting to feel like TikTok is going to turn into like what Instagram was. Because when Instagram first came out, I remember me personally thinking that this is just for the cool kids. I'm not going to go on it. I was still a Facebook person. And now I go on Instagram all the time.
Same.
And I see more and more people that I follow online who aren't like hip and cool that are starting to do a lot of stuff on TikTok. So I don't know.
I tried to do TikTok for Stickman for 3 days. And I started every video with "What's up, StickTok," which I thought was really funny.
I
just couldn't keep up with it, man. It's just very confusing to me.
Wow. The Beer Busters
sound old.
I know.
We are, and Ethan's the youngest. How old are you again, Ethan? Are you like 31 at this point?
31, man.
All right. Man, so if Ethan's too old for it.
But we're definitely too old
We're
for
ancient.
Yeah, but before we started the show, I also told you guys I hadn't used a laptop at home for several months. So
that's true.
It's I'm just also not I've got problems with this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
Well, the Beer Busters TikTok exists.
I was going to say, having said all that, follow us on TikTok, ?
But we are much more active on Instagram and occasionally Twitter. And of course, Facebook, there's Beer Busters Podcast. You can still head on over to. Yes.
So can I tell you the number one thing I hate about TikTok?
Sure.
And it has nothing to do with the platform itself. It's the fact that when I click to open the app, it makes noise right away.
Oh yeah, I don't like that.
Even though I keep my phone on silent 24/7, I do not like something that makes noise as soon as I open it. Yep. That's literally the number one thing. And I know I sound really old saying that, but that's just
it is just I feel that. I don't want to be constantly assaulted with random clips. It's the worst part of the future is just the constant noise all the time.
It really is. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than when you're sitting, I'll be sitting at work and it's often really quiet in the office. And so all of a sudden you'll hear somebody's phone, they'll go to accidentally tap a video on Instagram or something. And it's that's got to be so embarrassing for them when that happens.
Yeah, it's awful.
What I have been doing lately is not only, I always keep my phone on silent, but I've actually been turning the volume all the way down. So everything's turned down. So it can't possibly make a sound unless I want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I should start doing that.
Yeah, it's really been helpful.
Yes. So anyway,
this is technology hacks for old people.
Can you tell it's been a while? Facebook, there's beerbusterspodcast.com. Remember, you can go to also the shop tab or just beerbusterspodcast.com/shop, get the merch. YouTube, Beer Busters Podcast, and then patreon.com/beerbusters, as little as $1 a month. And keep in mind, occasionally, if we hopefully we don't have to do any more long hiatuses, breaks. It's per episode.
This is true.
Patrons, you have not been billed in the past 2.5 months because we do this by episode. So nobody was giving money to us for not doing it. Now, here's the thing. Here is the reason. And I won't go into many details because this could branch into legal territory. But long story short, a couple months ago, I was at a golf outing. I had an accident. I broke my wrist really badly. 2 places. It sucked. Had to go into surgery a couple days later. I have metal in my arm now. Fun fact, it's titanium, so it does not set off the alarms at TSA. But because of that, I couldn't, well, one, with the meds I was on while I was recovering, I couldn't drink. I don't want to do a beer podcast while I can't drink. My left hand couldn't do anything, and the way the audio is set up, the mixer is to my left, so I can't really, like, fine-tune the knobs and the faders and shit. But then there's the mental component. Do you have any idea how much it sucks to not have use of one of your hands for a long time? It really sucks.
Well, and I sympathize completely. I do just want to say to our listening audience, there may be people out there who very much know how that and worse things suck. So we get like,
that is true. That is true.
I don't want to,
not to overstate my issues and the problems that I had, and not to understate somebody else's issues and problems they may have. We are all fighting our own battles. We all have our own struggles. This is just my particular struggle. It really messed with me to not be able to use my left hand. I couldn't drive. I couldn't hold something and open a door at the same time. I couldn't lift anything. My poor girlfriend Bridget had to run around and run basically all of my errands for me and cart me wherever I needed to go. It sucked. It really, really sucked. On the upside, I'm recovering. I'm in physical therapy. My physical therapist is very impressed with the progress that I'm making. So, on a personal note, everything is going much better than it was. But with that progress came, finally, the depression is taking a back seat. There's still times it gets me, but mental health is no joke. And I will always, always, always go on record as saying that if you feel like there's anything you need to talk about it. Therapy there's a stigma behind it for some reason. There shouldn't be. Therapy, I'm just going to call it for what it is, saved my life. And get yourself a support system, go to therapy. There are plenty of resources. Fucking just email me, find me online. I'll help you out the best I can finding the resources for you. I can't sing the praises of therapy enough. Physical and mental. So there we are. That was why we were on hiatus for a while. It sucked. I'm happy to be back, and couldn't think of a better guest to usher in this new era of Beer Busters podcast. And of course, Ethan.
Beer Busters Part 2, the what do you call it? The Cyborg Edition.
The Cyborg Edition, exactly. Yeah, my upgrades are in progress.
Wayne, do you have metal in your body?
I do not have any metal in my body. So
only 2/3 of us have metal in our body.
Oh yeah, you have metal in yours too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never broken a bone. I chipped my elbow when I was 3. I don't remember, but I've seen pictures. But yes.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, apparently I jumped off
the arm of the couch
or something. Yeah, but I've never, knock on wood, had a broken bone.
I don't recommend it. This is my 3rd.
Yeah. I remember when you jumped off the swing. Remember, you broke your elbow or something.
Yeah, that was like right after we moved into Muhlenberg. That was I was 2nd grade was the year we moved, and this was like 2 weeks before school started for 2nd grade. Yeah, jumped off a swing, landed elbow first.
That's brutal.
Yeah, dude.
So we're taking off the things you shouldn't land on. Don't land on your elbow. Don't land on your wrist.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you haven't landed on your head. Thankfully.
Oh, God. Probably come close a couple of times.
Yeah, but we're all very glad that you're doing so much better, and that we're back to this, and that's a testament to your recovery.
Yes.
So.
Also, I have to publicly thank Steph and Dana for the wonderful DeBruno Brothers care package you were kind enough to send. It was delicious.
I'm glad you.
And there are still some of the non-perishable items in the fridge yet that I have to go through. So that's the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you.
Very cool.
I mean, that's the best thing when you are recovering from something like that is bougie snacks.
Oh, yeah. And I felt like I deserved every last one of them. So thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a beer podcast. I should ask, what is everyone drinking? Is everybody drinking a beer? I know it's a school night.
I found a can of 12.
Ooh, what's 12?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Czech pills.
Ooh, nice.
So that's what I'm drinking.
Wayne's got a seltzer. Very nice. Very nice. Ethan, what do you got? Anything?
Honestly, I'm not currently drinking any alcohol. I have another health issue that I'm dealing with, so I've drinking much less alcohol recently. So we're really starting off on a really fucking high note.
We really are.
But yeah, so I am I'm instead smoking a whole bunch of weed just so I can keep up with you guys. The doctor said I'm supposed to have that, so I'm I have some liver stuff going on.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's what are you gonna do? I'm genetically predisposed to it, and I've been abusing my body every day for 31 years. So like, it's bound to happen. But yeah, my doctor literally said to me, "Well, just smoke weed if you have side effects from the medicine." That's how my doctor said it to me. Just smoke more weed if you have side effects. Wow.
Well, hey, it works. It's there, and
hey, yeah.
That's what matters.
But yeah, so I got a strain called Frost Donkey that I'm smoking right now while I'm hanging out with you guys.
The fucking names of this stuff.
Shout out to Curaleaf and King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I've been there. Yeah.
Very nice. I currently have water, but now Wayne and Steph, I gave you a heads up before that there was going to be a sort of audible. So we're going to go in order on my screen. Wayne, pick a number 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, 1.
Okay, I didn't think it all the way through.
You picked the wrong number.
No, because I wanted everybody to have a chance to pick, but number 1 only has 2 options. Steph, 1 or 2?
2.
Ethan, do you approve?
Yeah,
all right, I'll be right back. Watch me.
That's a good way to give us
this
all
is like the most Dan shit I ever heard. He created like a category cataloging system for like the various beers in his fridge, and then created like a cryptic like system, for us to like pick the beer in his fridge for. I'm into it.
No.
Oh dear, the body.
So
language.
we picked 2, and Ethan approved. That's all I know. I picked 1, but I was wrong.
No, but no. He had 1, 2, and 3, and each one had 3 options after. But except for one that only had 2 options.
2 options. So she had to pick.
Said 2,
oh, so Steph's choice was a subset of my choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, this is some crazy Dan shit. He like created like multiple layers.
He did say crazy Dan shit.
Yes.
Crazy Dan shit.
Your own adventure thing.
Yeah, I didn't think it all the way through. So Wayne picked the fridge. I have 3 fridges. It was going to be Steph was going to pick the shelf of the fridge, and then Ethan, you were going to be like 1 to 10 or something basically. But the first fridge was the big fridge and only had 2 beers in it. Number 2 is a big one.
Oh, Jesus.
Victory Merry Monkey clocking in at a low 10%.
Merry Monkey.
Love
wow.
That.
When's that from?
I want to talk about this because it's in the bottle that you have. I was the other day lamenting the demise of the Bomber bottle. It's like impractical. It doesn't really make any goddamn sense. And that's why people didn't ultimately buy them. But the 22-ounce bottle, like as a trend, I thought was so cool. And I want to do 22-ounce bottles, man.
How many ounces is this? I also have this bottle.
Oh, what is that?
I thought it'd be fun to drink a reference beer while you have
That's a 750 mil, right?
Yeah,
370. This is a 375.
What?
It's a 375. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the same as like a 22 ouncer, I think, then, right?
Yeah.
No, it's less. It's like because
math.
Well, a 500 mil is the same as a pint. So if it's a 375, it's like a 12-ounce bottle ish.
I don't think that's right.
I think 375 milliliters is more than 12 ounces.
It is.
How much is it? Somebody do a Google.
Somebody's doing it.
Oh, it's 12.68.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
He did say
Why did we question Ethan?
I know, right? We know better.
He's literally the smartest person we know. So
be like, come on, what were we thinking?
But
really, Ethan, that would round up to 13 ounces. So you're wrong.
Okay,
he said about.
But
significantly more than what you said.
The 375 is like a single serving, so that's dope, right? 500 is a bigger single serving, that's dope. 750, it's like a wine bottle, so you can pour 4 to 5 like small glasses, so like everybody can have some with dinner. The 22 ouncer just like ultimately makes no sense. You know what I mean? You're getting like a couple of wine glasses, but it's like it's not really the right styles of beer would go in them. It didn't really make a lot of fucking sense, but it was cool. it was just cool to have a 22-ounce bottle, man. And I want to bring that back.
I second that.
Wait. Does that mean you're gonna use the barrels again?
We've been talking about using the barrels. Like, we've been talking about bringing barrels back. What we've been doing is we've been doing a lot of like oak aging type of like stuff, right? Like, we did that experimental number 8 that was oak aged like in a single wall tank, and that was fucking sick. And the last batch of what beer was that? Naked Brunch, we did the same thing, and Breakfast for Dummies, we did the same thing. So I'm starting to think about like that, because the problem is, I mean, right now it's just like the economic climate as it is, taking on all these specialty projects is like a little dicey, you know. But we've been talking about bringing the barrels back a little bit. We have, that is for sure. So maybe 22 ounces on that. I don't know, but I'm honestly just inclined to do 16-ounce cans for everything in real life, you know.
In real life.
The pressure of the people.
Yeah, because it's like, if I like won the Powerball, dude, I wouldn't tell anybody, but the way you might know is like you would just start seeing like really crazy shit come out of Stickman. You would just start seeing like 22-ounce bottles and like cork and cage shit, like everything's in a barrel, and I would just start making like, you know, weird Eastern European styles of beer with like, you know, that are all fermented by adding like bread dough to them, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Why don't you just do a collaboration with, you know, so many people in the industry, and including people that have the capacity and the fucks to put things in barrels. Like, I mean,
yeah,
the reference, for example, like, they still have the U-Haul truck. Why not like do a good old school brew some wort down at Stickman, throw it in the truck, let them put it in barrels, and, you know, go up and bottle it with them and reference Stickman project.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into that. Like, I love doing those kind of collab things. I think we haven't done one yet just because like life has been chaotic. I don't know if you guys know this, but I got married like 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit,
2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks
Congrats.
ago. I mean 3 weeks ago now. But yeah, well, thank you. But so like I've been doing that. I've been like dealing with the wedding, and then like also it seems like every person I know decided to get married in the same time. I've attended 5 weddings in the last 7 weeks, including my own. And so I'm very happy. They've all been joyous occasions. I just got back from my friends, Max and Carla, who are my most impressive friends for a lot of reasons, but they were, they just got married, and that's my last wedding for a while. But, you know, so I've been dealing with that shit. But I've been talking to Sam about doing some collaboration stuff. I've been talking to some other brewers about doing some collaboration stuff. Sam from Bond, please. I've been talking to some other people about doing collabs. So, you know, we'll see. If somebody will put some stuff in the barrel for me, that'll be cool.
It'd be a cool way to get your creative juices flowing, but, you know,
we're
not have to deal with that side of it.
We're doing a lot of creative stuff right now. We're just not doing that particular thing. And I'm not really bottling anything in like a weird format, which is something that I'd really like. I want to do like 8-ounce bottles, you know, like the opera bottle. You know what I mean when I say the opera bottles? Mm-hmm. I want to do those, but with something weird. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. But we've been doing a bunch of experimental beers. We've been doing all these draft-only lagers. I've been doing a lot of these draft-only lagers, which has been a lot of fun. And yeah, so we are doing a lot of new shit. I just haven't been doing any cool like barrel age stuff in a long time.
So this was 12. What number are you guys up to?
We just released 14 and 13 relatively recently. Mm-hmm. So 13 was a German IPA, which was pretty cool. That was just a New England IPA, but I just like did a 1-to-1 replacement of everything with a German ingredient, and then I did step mash on it. And then 14 was a rye lager with caraway in it. So yeah, I've been trying to do, I don't know the best way to say this. I've been trying to do more Jew shit with the creative stuff. Like as a Jewish person, right? So I've been seeing like all these other people like really lean into like different cultural things and like flavor touch points and stuff. So I'm just trying to do more things that are like that and like Eastern European stuff. So we did this rye lager with caraway in it, and it's fucking dope. We put it on tap on nitro. That was pretty cool too.
Damn it. This is one of those moments that I wish we were recording in person.
Oh, so you could drink it. Yeah, because it is on tap. It is on tap. It is on nitro. Oh, no, it just kicked on nitro. So you missed it forever.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Forever.
So
Funny thing is, last weekend we were in your area with plans to stop, but got a concerning phone call, which abruptly caused me to need to come back to Reading. So I never did get to stop at Stickman. Everything is okay, but kind of. But damn it. Well, I have to get up there because there's other reasons to come visit the tap room again. I think there's been just a few changes going on.
Just a couple.
We did a major renovation. So we're still kind of in the middle of it. We're not quite finished yet, but yeah, like we've totally redone the entire front of the house. There's like new seating. It looks like a restaurant now. There's like booths and stuff like that. We're working on putting the lighting in. That'll go in soon. We also have a new chef, Nikki. She is incredible. She's like so good at everything. Everything has like a smoked element with Nikki. She's very barbecue focused. But she, everything is really good. Everything is really smart flavor wise. She's making everything from scratch. And you've got like bar classics, but everything's really elevated. The food is just really good. It's the best it's ever been, I think. And really pumped about all that stuff.
There was one point where I texted you asking you to bring me a sandwich.
Yeah,
you offered for the next day. I didn't follow up. That's on me. That is 100% on me.
But I can still bring you a sandwich. You live very close to me.
That's true. You're like right around the corner.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I really, really think that her food is like the best stuff. Like we really lucked out finding her, and it's been a great relationship. Our longtime line cook, Max, is still with us. He really loves working with her. We brought this new guy on named Mel. They've all just been crushing it. It's a really cool vibe at the Stick in Rofo right now. You know what I mean?
So you mentioned you had the draft only lagers, which like is real cool, and that gives people a reason to show up and drink the beer in person. Would you fill that beer in a growler or crowler, or is it just right? You have to have it there and that's it.
Well, we wholesale some of it. So if you're lucky enough to find it at a bar, like for example, Tattooed Moms ran a keg of Rich and Marty, which was a Dortmunder that we did in the experimental. The other thing about the draft onlys is that we name them after regulars. So if you come and drink at Stickman and talk to me enough, I might name one of these after you. But we had one called Carl and the Automobiles that we sent a bunch out into the world on. That's named after a regular Chester Springs, Carl, who restores old cars, and they're really sick. So Carl and the Automobiles. But we put these beers out, and we actually don't fill growlers at all anymore.
Okay.
I've taken a firm stance. I've kind of like, as I've grown as a human, I've gotten a little less like curmudgeonly about like styles and stuff, as we've talked about at length on this podcast. But you guys have sort of mapped my whole transition with it, actually. But but one thing that I've started to feel kind of like differently is that, like, as a person who is like a brewer and also like owns and runs like a taproom restaurant, I'm really starting to understand my job more as like a curator in a way. And like the honest truth is just like growlers are a shitty way to store and sell beer. Like it oxidizes the beer. It never is cleaned right, no matter how hard you try or how attentive you are about it. The seal is always an issue. Like the carbonation level is always an issue. It wastes a ton of product to do it properly. And so like we just kind of like took all those factors together, and we're like, we're wasting a bunch of beer, and also we're not giving people a good product at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and
you want to control the quality of it as best you can, and that takes your control out of the equation.
Right. And I think that like when people hear that, they think that we're like trying to police them, right? That it sounds like pretentious, where it's like, I don't want you to taste my beer and get a bad impression of my stuff. But the way that like I used to like, I used to kind of like feel like it was the customer's prerogative. They just get to, if they want to put it in the thing, put it in the thing. But I just have started to understand my job. Like, I go to an accountant to get my taxes done because I don't know the best way to do my taxes, right? And it's like, I'm a professional at this. So like, I'm going to do this in a way that like gives you the best experience, right? And like, frankly, growlers just ain't it. So I'm not doing them anymore.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I've never had a beer out of a growler that tasted anywhere as close to as good as it did when I had it at the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just, so I don't do growlers anymore. So yeah, if you want these draft only lagers, the only way to get them is to sit your ass down in a seat and drink that beer. And
in a new seat.
Yeah. Yeah. One of these brand new, beautiful chairs or bar stools that we've purchased for you to enjoy yourself in. Yeah, dude, it's sick. We got all these booths. We got the banquette along the back. We got these sick lamps. I can't wait for Jim to slap those on the walls. We got these like sick lamps going everywhere. And then we're gonna look into like some really cool things for decorating. I got from Thunderbird Salvage in Fishtown. Shout out Thunderbird Salvage. There's this old beer distributor that shut down a while ago. They're called Beer Heaven, and they had this iconic sign that says Beer Heaven, and it's got like light bulbs built into it. I got that sign. It's in the brewery right now, so we're gonna hang that up. We're gonna hang that up somewhere appropriate for sure.
That is awesome.
That's very cool.
Side note, I got to loop back to something, Wayne. You asked when this Merry Monkey was from.
Yeah.
The Best By date was October 8th last year.
Sick. How is it?
Still on point. I don't taste the cranberry it supposedly has, but yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah, so it aged all right.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I remember that beer sitting in the fridge when I still lived there, and I remember you got it pretty long time ago. So
in a way, I'm kind of glad you picked one because I don't know what the hell's in 2 or 3.
Oh, that would have been more fun.
If this wasn't 10%, there would be another round.
Fair.
Dana and I were just down at the Parksburg location. Well, I guess it's been a few weeks now, maybe a month or so ago. We were there on a Friday. You could get crowlers of any beer for $5.
Oh, you sent us a picture of that.
Yeah, so I got we got White Monkey, which I know is one of Wayne's favorites. A whole crowler of it for $5.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I felt like I was robbing the place. I don't remember what else we got. I think we got a few lagers.
Didn't they do 3 for $10 over the pandemic?
3 for $10 during COVID. Yeah, I was telling the server, I'm like, we were down here all the time getting 3 for $10 crowd.
Wow.
Well, I think we did the Downingtown location more, but
I really wish Center City was open then. Oh my God.
Bro, I love Victory. I fucking love Victory's beers, like all of them.
They're so good.
Yeah. A+ shit. I haven't had it because like COVID until like last year really limited my like bar going out, last year around this time. So I haven't really seen it. But that Donnybrook Stout is honestly my favorite fucking beer.
Yeah.
It really is.
And it's like drinking water. It's so low in alcohol. Like,
goes right down. Yeah.
Who cares if you've been drinking all day? You can definitely have one more of those.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I was talking to I was reminiscing with some friends of mine about my heavier drinking days at this wedding I was just at, and I was recalling a time where me and 4 friends, I'm pretty sure, kicked a quarter keg of the Donnybrook.
Holy shit.
We were drinking. We each must have had like 20 of them.
Well,
and it was we were there where the establishment I won't necessarily name, but we were there for 4 or 5 hours. But like shit, like I love that. It was an Uber home kind of day. But
I would hope so.
That beer is so good, though.
You know who else has good beer? Stickman.
Stickman Brews. Stickman Brews. I'm not here just to talk about me. I have totally derailed the show again, though. Right?
No, that's what. No, honestly, that's why when I texted the group chat and said, "Hey, I'm ready to podcast again," first person that came to mind was you. No offense to any other previous guests, but like you've been on a bunch.
Gab, you know, like it's what
so do? Here's the thing: you've been on a bunch. You're easy to talk to. You have opinions out the ass, and I know things have happened at Stickman because I know you had the construction and everything. You always are doing different shit, and it's amazing. So I figured this is the perfect way to roll back in.
We are always doing different shit at Stickman. I can't wait for the day where we're doing less shit. If I'm honest with you, because it is exhausting. But yeah, man, Stickman is really in like a transition period right now. Like Rofo is really, well, I've been calling it the Stickman Revolution at the brewery. But like, you know, the kitchen team we've got right now is the best I think we've ever had. I mean, the guys at Chester Springs are still cranking it out too. But in Royersford, it's just been, we've been really doing some cool stuff. And like the new furniture is sick. The new beers we're making, honestly, I think the beer is the best it's ever been right now. I've been really I've been the one kind of back in there, like doing the recipe development and doing most of the day-to-day brewing again. And yeah, I'm real happy with the way everything is going. It's feeling pretty cool. You know, now we just got to kind of like, we just got to get the people out, you know, everybody's got to get back in the habit of like taking that hard-earned money and giving it to me. You know what I mean? And then we'll be really crushing it.
Well, and you bring up a really good point that is still quite evident when I'm going out to my favorite breweries is there's a lot of empty seats yet.
Yeah.
And I agree that there are breweries and brewers that are making some of the best beers that I think they've ever made. Like I think of the dudes at Poor Man's, you know, because they are pretty close to where I live. So they're one of my local breweries. And
I saw them today.
And Ryan is brewing the best beer that he has ever brewed. And, you know, Friday nights and, you know, there's people in there, but I'm like, they were just voted like best brewery in PA. And, you know, he's just killing it. And I'm like, how do we get people out to support you guys and to drink the badass shit that you're making and try the food that you guys are now serving? And it's just, it breaks my heart to see like pre-COVID, you guys, places were just packed, especially on a Friday, Saturday night. But
you need to get Mama Son's egg rolls. They're so good. Go eat Mama Son's egg rolls and drink the beer. The beer's amazing.
Those Poor Man's dudes are making some seriously good beer. They are great guys. I actually just saw them today. They came in. Well, never mind. I don't know what their plans are. I'm not. Whatever. They were at the brewery today.
To our listeners, big news is coming from them. Not like on air news yet, but what we talked about with them is happening.
It's so exciting.
Yeah,
so exciting.
Whatever. But anyway, they were at the brewery today. And they're great guys. They brought a dog named Meatball with them. It was a lot of fun.
Meatball and Hoagie. Oh, no.
Yeah. I got Hoagie at the house. They had Meatball with them. It's a match made in heaven. But they're good buddies of mine. But everybody's struggling. You know, I don't know anybody who isn't. I think that, you know, at Stickman, we're one of the lucky ones for not being at immediate risk of going out of business, right? But, like, I think that, you know, I think people don't realize it, but I think there's a combination of things, right? I think like when COVID was really bad, a lot of people just got out of the habit of going out. And so now they don't think to do it as much.
It was so easy to get everything delivered to you.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, I don't really blame people for that, but I don't think that that's a permanent state of being. I think that like people are social, people like to be out, people like to be outside of the house. So I think that we'll see people, you know, get out of that habit at some point. I don't think this is sort of like a permanent state of the culture, especially because there's so many like recent references and touch points to that. But I still think that to a degree we're getting over COVID still. The other thing is, you know, there's these two things that are happening in tandem, which is that like people are making less money relative to their costs because everything's inflating. And one of the things that is inflating is restaurants because my costs are through the fucking roof. And then people have less money to spend. So they're coming out less. They're used to coming out less, all that together. Like, the average sandwich right now at Stickman is like 16, 17 bucks. And it's like, I think that it's worth it. We use really high-end ingredients. We have really talented staff making it for you. It's really excellent. It's big portions, all that kind of stuff. But like, I'm not able to eat at Stickman every day if I was paying for it. You know what I mean? So I can't really blame people for going out less right now. It's going to take a little while to get out of this. So we all just got to hang in there, I guess.
But at the same time,
support your local places.
Yeah, support your local breweries, restaurants, everybody within your budget. Obviously, don't like put yourself through bankruptcy or anything.
But like, the thing too is, I will say this, like, I'm not shy about saying this. When I go out to get lunch, one of the places I like to get lunch at in Royersford, there's a lot of really cool places. The original Han Dynasty. There's a really great Thai restaurant right near us. There's a pizza place called Palermo's. There's a lot of great local places very close to us in Royersford. And when I go to get lunch, I see a line wrapped around the building of cars so long that it literally blocks 3 lanes of traffic for Chick-fil-A, right? And it's like, I like a chicken sandwich too, my guy. But like, the thing is, especially with the traffic like that, it's going to be quicker and the same price to go to a local business. There's a cheesesteak joint that has a chicken cheesesteak called Jay's Steaks in Royersford, right across the street from that Chick-fil-A. And it's just like, the Chick-fil-A is going to exist whether or not you go there. Like, they have effectively unlimited money. They're not going out of business. Nobody could show up that Chick-fil-A for 6 months. They're not going anywhere. But all these local businesses really, really, really live and die from people's support. And it's tough right now. So it's like, yeah, man, like, if you can't afford it, don't go out. But if you are spending money, really consider who you're spending it with. You know what I mean? Like, the stuff that we make is better than Chick-fil-A. It's better than Applebee's. And ultimately, it's not that much of a price difference. So, like, why are you going to Applebee's? You know what I mean? Don't go to Applebee's. Come to Stickman.
Hey, fucking men.
That's a good slogan. Don't go to Applebee's. Come to Stickman.
Oh, Jesus.
And who's got a sick fried chicken sandwich?
Stickman
Brews.
I can't wait to try it.
Stickman Brews currently has a sick fried chicken sandwich at both locations.
Can you tell me more about this chicken sandwich?
So the one in Chester Springs, you got a spicy chicken sandwich. It's dipped in their house-made spicy sauce. It's got some slaw, some pickled red cabbage slaw on top of that. A little blue cheese dressing action. Real nice. In Royersford, we got a biscuit sandwich, a house-made Gouda biscuit, house-made smoked thick-cut pork belly bacon, fried chicken, arugula, and then a house-made herb like sage ranch on top of that. So it's a chicken bacon ranch, all made from scratch on a scratch-made biscuit. And when I say scratch-made, I mean they're making these things every morning. They're making these biscuits just for this fried chicken sandwich. It's a banger. You're going to wait in a 3 lanes of traffic drive-through line to get homophobic chicken when you can have accepting chicken for everybody at Stickman. Are you
that tastes better
me?
Too?
Come on.
That chicken sounds like everything I want.
I mean, Stickman is kind of like a halfway point between us, especially if you go like on a Sunday with no traffic.
And
that's true.
Vegan shit we're cooking right now, Steph. You know how much vegan stuff we got going? We got this mushroom vegan mushroom cheesesteak situation with vegan Cheese Whiz. We also got this jackfruit sandwich. Yeah. You can get the beer fries with the vegan Cheese Whiz. You know about the beer fries? Fresh cut fries, brined in table beer, seasoned with hop salt, bro.
Oh.
That could be vegan. Come on.
Fancy.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Oh, God, I'm going to
Okay,
cry.
I feel like we all need to meet up at Stickman and eat all this fucking food.
Yeah,
I'm
take
in.
Pictures, put it on the internet.
I'm in. I can
we'll
drive
bring
on
again.
TikTok.
We'll bring a 6-still of Donnybrook Stout.
Yeah, I'm in. I got a brewer's fridge in the back. We'll put it just in the brewer's fridge.
Duh.
I'm glad we all just glossed over the fact that I just said we should put the pictures on TikTok. on how TikTok
Oh,
works.
TikTok?
I didn't even hear that. Oh God.
I don't know the password, so I'm not even logged in anymore.
Say
I
that
tried
out loud.
all of them, and it's like you only have 2 attempts left, so I stopped.
Oh, I hate when it does that. When it's like you're going to be locked out of it, like your house is going to burn down, and all your possessions will be taken from you if you get your
phone's
password
gonna
wrong one more
explode.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you signing into?
I mean, pretty intense shit, apparently. Bing. Remember when search engines, when there was that was a competitive market?
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
I've been
Not
seeing
anymore.
billboards for this DuckDuckGo search engine.
I use DuckDuckGo.
Oh, yeah.
They apparently got themselves in hot water at one point. I never researched why, but somebody was like, "You shouldn't use them because bad people." I don't know.
I think it's like that bad people also use them because they're very like privacy focused.
They're a Philly company. They're based out of the Navy Yard.
I didn't know
No
that.
shit. Maybe
Yep.
that's why there's so many billboards on my
Bef-
commute.
Yeah, before I got my current job, I was looking for jobs, and they were on a hiring rampage, basically.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, DuckDuckGo's been around for a while. Like, I remember hearing about it years ago. And now that, like you said, they're starting to like advertise, like they're trying to become more mainstream only like recently. Yeah.
Can
Hey,
I?
I'm into it.
But I will say,
Hold on. We need to change the subject to something happy. You mentioned Sam earlier, and I did want to mention we stopped at Bon on Sunday? We went to that thing? Yeah. Can I just tell you how fucking good Mooey is?
Oh, it's such a
it's
good
so
beer.
fucking
It's
Mooey.
so good.
oh, the Mooey.
It's been a minute since I've had it, and like, shit, that beer is so fucking good. So I just wanted to have a moment for Mooey.
I want to.
Everything that Bon is doing, and it looks like the Bavarian Tavern is about to get opened at some point. I know that's been a process getting that open, so motherfuckers should check that out when it happens.
Yeah, that seems like that's been in progress forever.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I got to tell you, these a lot of these like municipalities don't make it easy on people. We have a real lucky with Limerick Township and Royersford, but a lot of these guys are not making it easy on people.
And it looks like Country Club Brewing is finally ready to open their doors within weeks, it sounds like.
Where's Country Club Brewing?
They are like 5-minute walk from Bon.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they were that close. I knew they were up there
Yeah.
and close, but not that. Wow.
So hopefully some new exciting things happening in that area as
Yeah.
well.
That's cool.
Lost Planet just opened in Royersford a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you familiar with Lost Planet Brewing?
I'm not.
Nope.
I
No.
haven't gotten a chance to go there yet. I'm really excited to try it. Some of the bar staff at Stickman is gone. Everybody says the beer is great. It looks cool in there, so I'm excited to check it out.
Awesome.
Audio timeout.
Another one.
You'd think we haven't done this in a while.
On the upside, all it took was just a little nudge, and then it worked
Little
right.
nudge.
Just
I
a
love when Dan
little
just
nudge.
like mysteriously reaches out of frame. And just like, what's he doing over there? What sort of audio magic is happening?
My favorite is that you're wearing a button-down shirt and then you stand up and you have your beer pajama pants on.
I don't want to dirty a t-shirt. I'm just gonna sit here in a
That's-
beater.
That's what we call Zoom formal.
That is so formal.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm wearing sweatpants.
God bless.
Wayne, are you wearing a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt? I'm trying to figure out what it is. It fucking is.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
It's very comfy.
Is that the same one you've had since you were like 14?
No, I actually bought this on the internet a few years ago.
I'm pretty sure you owned that same shirt back.
I
when
owned
you
a
were in
lot
high
of
school.
really cool shirts. Many of them 9 Inch Nail shirts when I was younger that I wish I still had. I had a lot of cool shirts. I don't know whatever happened to them.
I was just reminiscing about the music videos we used to record.
I was thinking about those last week.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I was talking to Jess about them sometime recently, and I don't remember why, in what context, but they came up.
See, informally, we've had a media company pretty much our entire lives.
Yeah,
This
pretty
is
much.
true. Yeah.
We
Hey,
used to
you're
record
practicing.
music videos. There is a movie that I have the sole VHS copy of. So blackmail one day.
I have
Yeah.
never wanted to destroy anything more than I wanted to destroy that.
That's the one where Dan keeps telling us we're witches, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Dan's like short, pudgy, and 7 in the movie or something.
He's very young.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait, Ethan. One day when we're 20 deep in Donnybrook Stouts, we'll break out the VHS.
Yeah, I would like to see this. I would like to see this.
If
I'd
only
like to see
it
it
was.
too. I've seen it, but not for a while.
It's just a shame the VCRs are so hard to find these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
VCRs are hard to find. It's like
Find them online.
We have one VCR remaining that I refuse to get rid of, and I'm pretty sure in the back of my mind it's because of that particular VHS.
There's, you know what? I actually thought of you. I saw an ad for a VHS to digital converter that you could just like plug in to like a VCR. I think I don't remember if it like had its own tape deck or if you'd have to add, but it was like super cheap. And I know you were like a long time ago, you're talking about wanting to digitize those videos. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, you should digitize it and send it all
I'll
over
just
the internet.
play it on the TV and hold my phone and like,
There you go. That works.
Yeah, that works. That's the same.
Anyway, I am kind of impressed that I figured out it was a Nine Inch Nails shirt from seeing that much of the.
Yeah, that is impressive.
And that's all.
Oh shit!
That's a band that I wish I have seen live, and they were just at the. Well, he was just at the Met that not that long ago.
Two sold out shows.
Yeah, we almost went, but
I was
didn't spend more money on concert tickets.
Yeah, we were considering going to Riot Fest in Chicago, and Nine Inch Nails was one of the headliners. Would have been cool to see. I would not pay to see them at the Met or him at the Met, but like if they're at a festival and I'm there, absolutely, I'll go check them out.
No, I would pay to see him perform.
See, that whole genre, that whole whatever. Is that industrial? Is that what that is?
It's industrial, yeah.
It just is
Depends
lost on
who you
me.
ask, really.
I admire what he did. I admire how prolific and the trendsetter that he is, and I know he's a brilliant guy, but the music is just lost on me. There's like 3 songs that I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, do you like the stuff that he does for like TV and film scores?
Yeah, like that's all well and good, but for some reason just the album tracks I can't do.
Yeah.
I like Hurt, but I think I like Johnny Cash's version of Hurt better.
Well, and like I don't know who we just heard. Someone was saying how Downward Spiral was one of the best albums to listen to front to back. Ooh. And I feel like that's the vibe of that music is it's not you listen to it because of a track. It is a whole, like you put the album on and you just like, it's an experience, you know?
It's for a time where psychedelics were more readily available.
That's true as well.
So I want to ask you two that still actually live in the city, because I guess Wayne, you're in the city, but city adjacent. How fucking crazy has it been with the Phillies actually winning shit? So, like I've seen videos that people are posting, and I'm like, holy crap! I wouldn't want to leave my house.
I love it when it gets crazy like this. I lived even more in like the heart of all the shit when it was the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and I had such a great time. I lived on 7th and Watkins, and everybody is going crazy. Yeah, people get a little wild. Like it's just fun. It's just like fun to be in the chaos. Like that's what like Philly really is, like a chaotic place. Like I've lived in a couple of different places all over the US, and Philly is unique in a way that it is just so crazy all the time. But like I love it. I was at this wedding when the Phillies won though, so I wasn't even in the city to see like the chaos of the Phillies getting to the World Series. But I'm very excited for them to win the World Series, knock on wood, you know, because then we'll have a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly,
I want a parade so bad.
Oh my God, I know we just had the Eagles parade a couple of years ago, but we need another parade. We're overdue.
I was making Bloody Marys at 6 a.m. Like we were going in. Like when they actually won, we were some of the people that stormed Broad Street, and I had a backpack. So at the time, I was living. This was a couple of years ago. I was a man in my mid-20s. I was living with a close friend of mine on 7th and Watkins. At a previous job that he had worked, he had stolen a Red Bull fridge from the that he worked at, which was in our living room, and that was full of Stickman. So I filled a backpack of them, and I was just walking around the city. I was tossing them to strangers. We were having a grand old time. I want that again. I don't even care, honestly, as much about the parade as I just want to make sure that I'm in town the night that they win.
Of course.
So that I can go fucking nuts on Broad Street. I want to see some. I saw when I was walking down, so we were walking north towards City Hall, and there was a guy walking through the crowd. And, the police officers were just, like, letting everything happen. Like, they were turning on their sirens. They were having a good time with the people, And I was watching this guy walking down, just carrying a ladder. And he comes up to a police officer and just goes, "Buddy, what are you doing with that?" And the guy just goes, "Yeah, you're right." And just gives the cop the ladder. So the cop is like, "What am I supposed to?"
I fucking love this city.
He just kind of like leaned it up against his car. Like, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, you're right here.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh man, so yeah, I want to be there for that. Like, I really do. Like, yeah. On the news, it's all stories of dudes eating horse shit and fucking awnings collapsing. But
they need something to latch onto. But yeah, the average person is just really happy and excited, and we're all sharing the moment.
Somebody's gonna eat some horse shit. All right, like, what are you gonna do? Like, to each their own.
Jesus. I love how they pre-greased the light poles like that was going to stop people. Like, that's a challenge. That's a challenge.
Is that true? Well, is that real, or is that just things?
Oh no, it's real. They grease the fuck out of those.
They really do that. But here's the thing, man. At the Italian market, they also have a competition that people train for, where you climb a greased pole that's substantially higher than the poles, the traffic light poles. So, like, the fact of the matter is, it's crazy that they even do that, because people literally the same people that are doing it when the Phillies win are the people that are practicing all year for this competition at the Italian market. So it is crazy that they do it. Like, it is crazy.
It's a waste of grease, honestly.
Yeah, but they do. That is a 100% a real thing. They grease the poles, because otherwise the whole city would go.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
I figured it was probably real, but I because people talk about it all the time, and I've never seen it happen. And I thought, well, maybe it happened years ago, and people still say it.
No. I've seen it in action. I've seen the police. So they have just like tubs of like lard, and they just like cut them off.
And they got like paint rollers,
like a big glue stick.
Yeah. Somebody's there with like paint brushes. The other guy's got a paint roller, getting like all the other crevices. Yeah. It's.
Well, I hope whatever it is environmentally friendly, because it's all going to rinse off in the street.
That's a fair concern.
Yeah. But it is, it's wild. It's like the same thing as how like people think you're making it up when you say that there's a jail in all the stadiums in Philadelphia. It's like a pretty unique thing, but it is a fact. Like, I know somebody. I know somebody that was in Eagles jail.
Oh no!
God. Yeah.
What does one have to do to be put in Eagles jail?
I mean, I think you can imagine. It's all the stuff you'd have to do to be put in normal jail just out of Eagles game.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Like, in the Navy, like, you have a brig on a ship because you're in the ocean. You can't do anything. But if somebody's violating the law or needs to be, like, restrained at a sporting event, you could just take them out of the stadium. I don't really, like, why do they have to have it there?
Because of the sheer volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think is what it is. Like, if at the stadium, like, you have, like, 2 unruly fans, it doesn't divert 100% of the security staff. But it seems like at the Eagles games, the staff is like very active the whole time. So they need to be able to get back to it,
Fair point.
Yeah. God bless Philadelphia. I really love it here. That's why I commute to Royersford, because like I love where the brewery's at, but I really love living in Philly.
There's so much chaos. You said it earlier, it's a chaotic town.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. The other day, I stopped at like 6 a.m. to get a breakfast panzerotti at Phillips on my way out of the city.
Whoa. Breakfast panzerotti. Is it a panzerotti that you had for breakfast, or is it a panzerotti that is made for breakfast?
No, it's a regular panzerotti.
Okay, I just want to be clear. Panzerottis are great. I haven't had one in a long time. They're amazing.
The thing is that, like, Phillips is open 24 hours a day, right? So that means to me that they're intending for me to eat this stuff 24 hours a day. So I'm gonna. Phillips is the best cheesesteak in Philadelphia. I'll die on that hill.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
They're good.
Also,
they serve a necessary purpose. The 24 hours. It's nice that I can walk there with $20, get what I need, and come back when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
But if I want to enjoy a cheesesteak, it's not from Phil's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thing that you just described, I would argue, is the optimal function of a cheesesteak.
Sustenance. It's nutrition.
That's fair.
But
I really like their pork sandwiches. I think they have really good pork.
I was there. It was 5 a.m, and there was a group of 4 dudes with like 2 sandwiches apiece just going to town at the one picnic table. And then there was also a guy standing inside the thing waiting for his order, just like fully smoking a blunt. And I was just like, it's 5 a.m. Like, what is going on here? But, South Philly.
That sums up South Philly. But South Philly.
Can I admit something somewhat embarrassing?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
When I still lived with Dan, mere footsteps from Phillips, I, on more than one occasion, had it delivered.
Dude!
Absolutely. So I live very close. So I live on and my favorite Mexican place is Taqueria Morales. So they are 1.25 blocks away from my house. I order delivery from them once a month. Easy.
Oh my God. There's a place right up the street, Wolf Street Pizza. Their sandwiches are good. The pizza is not my favorite. I accidentally ordered delivery from them once instead of pickup. I showed up there to pick it up, and they're like, yeah, you ordered it for delivery. We were really concerned.
That is literally, you could throw a stone from your porch and hit Wolf.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Wow.
I've also had McDonald's and Wawa delivered through Grubhub, so I have no shame.
I've had Taco Bell delivered through Grubhub. In fact, fancy Taco Bell breakfast is one of my favorite things to do. You order the breakfast, you get it delivered with an orange juice, you got to make sure you have tequila on hand, and maybe a little grenadine, and you make a sunrise. It's perfect. Yeah, that's how you fancify your Sunday morning Taco Bell.
I like Taco Bell breakfast. They've
so good.
They've improved Taco Bell breakfast.
Have you ever been to a Taco Bell cantina?
No.
I want to hear about this.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, tell me.
So I've been to two. There's one in Manhattan. So when I took my improv classes up there, I had to walk past it to get to the improv place. So a couple of times I stopped and got breakfast there. That one, not the best. The one on the Strip in Vegas is fucking life-changing. It's unbelievable. The food is so good. Taco Bell is already good. This is on a different level. And then you can get alcoholic slushies. But you can,
so what
they have the
doing to the Taco Bell to make it better Taco Bell?
I don't know, love.
Okay.
It's not like improved quality.
We can go with that, sure. I don't know. Like it's Taco Bell. How good are the ingredients in Taco Bell? But they have done so much good with such shitty food, and it just tastes amazing. I don't care how sober or how drunk I am. It's the best.
It's the same Taco Bell menu. It's just like better ingredients.
Just better. It's so good. But the slushies, so they have like different flavors. There's like cherry and pina colada and lime and whatever and whatever and ever. But each one has a touch screen of different alcohol they can infuse it with. But that's not it. I ordered the cherry one. I wanted whiskey.
All.
They had multiple bottles of whiskey behind the bar and asked what I wanted in my slushie. I could have gotten Crown or Jameson, and I went with Jameson.
Wow.
God bless. Yeah, that's cool, man. I loved Vegas way more than I thought I would one time that I went there.
Okay. I don't mean to promote another podcast. One of my favorite comics. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. It's a great podcast. No Accounting for Taste, comedian Kyle Kinane and Shane Torres. It's an amazing one. But this week, their episode was Las Vegas. And the whole thing is like, they want to defend people really like loving something. Like if you love it, there's a reason you love it, and they try to find the good in it, which is really cool. Both of the comics were like, we go to Vegas, we play there, we haven't really explored. The one guy's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I was there, and I went to Circus and I was 8 years old, and my mom like fucked off and went to the slots, and she's like, here, go have fun playing arcade games and have a steak or something. Cool. So that like shaped your youth. But then he said, and this is so true, no matter who you are or what you like, you will have fun in Vegas. The people that come back and say, it's not for me, but I had fun, they had fun watching other people. Like you can sit at like the one guy did. You can sit at Margaritaville and just watch the bros stumbling around. And you're people watching and having fun. They're having fun doing whatever the fuck they're doing. You're having fun people watching with them. Nobody has a bad time in Las Vegas.
Yeah. And me, I love Vice. You know, that's the thing I'm not shy about. I love to gamble. I love to have a good time. I love to eat overpriced food. I loved Las Vegas, bro. And I wanted to hate it. I wanted to be a hipster.
It's such a great town.
Yeah. Rachel, you know, my wife, Rachel, she took me to an art exhibit in a Louis Vuitton store while we were there. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
And it was cool as shit. It was like a light thing. Hold on, I gotta find the name of this artist. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, man.
Hey, Rach, what's the name of the guy that does the light stuff in Vegas? He did the one thing in the Louis Vuitton store. Thank you. The artist is named James Terrell.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
No, the food's amazing. You're gonna eat some of the best food of your life there. We went to a steak dinner, and I'm not getting paid to say this. We went to a steak dinner. The place I chose was a place called Strip Steak. Fucking out of this world. One of the best meals of my life.
I won't let this conversation end without plugging the restaurant we all went to.
The Thai place.
Picked out the Thai place. What was it? Something kitchen. Something kitchen.
Hold on.
Thai. Something kitchen restaurant.
We'll get there.
Dan will probably be quicker. It was so good. Bridget picked this place out. She's like a foodie. She likes to find out the really good restaurants.
Is this place like way off the beaten path? Like
no, it's in a casino. It's in one of the main casinos.
It's in the Virgin Hotel, which used to be the Hard Rock.
It used to be the Hard Rock. We saw why can't I think of his name now?
It's called
Johnny Cat.
The
Jackass guy.
Was it Steve-O? It was Steve-O, wasn't it?
Steve-O.
No. Was it?
Was it?
Oh,
Johnny
yes.
Glasses.
We saw Steve-O there, but we saw Pauly Shore at the other place.
Was the guy with the glasses.
Okay.
It wasn't Knoxville. Knoxville I would have been more excited about. Steve-O's funny.
We also saw Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore's a piece of shit. Night Market, the place is called. Night Market.
Night Market. But yeah, that place, I mean, and I said this to Bridget, I don't know, at the dinner or later during the trip, I was like, we are going to be talking about this restaurant for years.
It was so good. We all know I love chicken sandwiches. This is one of the best chicken sandwiches of my fucking life.
And it was and it's a Thai place, so you can get just like table food. Yep. And everybody's just like trying everything. It was so much fun.
And they had a really good spicy margarita too.
Hell yeah.
So good.
I'm very pro Vegas.
Yeah, it's a good town. If you've never been, go.
Yeah. Yeah, and any state where marijuana is recreationally legal.
That was cool. Buying weed without showing my medical card was pretty nice. Yeah. And you could still use the Jane account that you used at all the dispensaries. It's the same thing. I was like, let me see. And I was like, I just logged into my account. Easy peasy.
Yeah, dude. Also, here's a pro tip. Speaking of weed, I just got back from Providence, Rhode Island. And in Rhode Island, they are not recreationally legal, but they do accept every state's medical card.
Oh, I love when they have the reciprocal thing, because that's the thing. People travel. There are places that I travel that I can't get it. I can't do it. I went to Texas over the summer. I can't get shit down there.
I refuse to cross the Mason-Dixon line anymore. I'll make an exception for west of Texas, but like Arizona, Nevada, like whatever, but I won't cross the Mason-Dixon line anymore typically.
I mean, Texas politics suck. Dallas was a very nice city, and the people were really cool. Austin was gorgeous, too. I fucking loved Austin.
Yeah, I've had great times in Texas in the past. It's not even really about politics. I got to tell you, it's not even about politics. It's something different. It's something tribal. I just won't cross the Mason-Dixon line anymore.
That's fair. Everybody's got their reason.
I want to say that for the record of this podcast. Please don't send me any emails about that. I'm just making a joke.
Have people ever really like added you for what you've said on our show?
Oh,
I feel
absolutely.
like they've had plenty of reason to.
We've gotten so many weird comments from different things that people are offended by, and it's all been results of the things that are on podcasts. One time I got a negative review because I thought that I could quote police what other breweries did, because like I was on a podcast and asked my opinion about like something the brewery should do, and I said my opinion, and then we've since stopped making our Belgian triple compassionate fascism because we've gotten so many comments, especially on Twitter, basically accusing us of being secret Nazis.
Wow.
And they figured out that we were Nazis because they drank our beer, called compassionate fascism, that we wholesaled across the entire state. But yeah, so we have, yeah. So sometimes I do feel the need to say, please don't email me about this. I'm only kidding.
Wow. I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Yeah, dude, the internet's a crazy place.
It really is. It's the best and worst thing to ever happen to humanity.
Yeah, mostly it's the worst thing.
These days, yeah. We have all of human knowledge in our pockets on this little fucking tiny computer.
And we misuse it.
We misuse it, and people spread the wrong information. We yell at each other about things that, kind of matter, but at the same time, there's common ground because we're all fucking people. I know how that sounded. I apologize. It's
any discourse on the internet is completely meaningless.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. I got off of all of the internet stuff recently, and it's drastically improved my life.
Well, I mean, that's why we didn't know you got married.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm not even doing it anymore. I don't tell anybody anything on the internet. You know why? Because everybody gets mad at me. So I just leave it alone.
That's true. That's what people do on the internet. They get mad.
That's fair.
Aren't we part of the internet?
We are, but the beauty about what we do on the internet is while we have the mad and the opinions, we also have the happy and the fun.
Basically, what Dan's saying is when we do it, it's different.
Yeah, no, that wasn't what I meant.
To do a transition.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Cheers, internet, and welcome back to Happy Fun Time Games, the podcast trivia segment that definitely remembers how to do this. We are joined today by our good friend, Ethan Buckman from Stickman Brews and a million other cool projects and hot takes and thoughtful opinions. Joins us again to compete against my co-hosts, Dan and Steph, in today's Happy Fun Time game, which is There's Weird in My Beer.
Oh, man. For some reason, I just assumed libation or fabrication.
Nope, not this time. Weird in My Beer. This is the game, of course, where I'm going to tell you a little bit about a beer and give you 3 options of what the strange, bizarre, unusual ingredient in that beer is. You just need to tell me what the weird is in each beer. And in this particular game, all the beers come from Earthbound Brewing, which is a brew pub in St. Louis, Missouri, that claims to brew the weirdest beer in town. Earthbound is an owner-built and run operation whose goal is to bring beer novices and connoisseurs alike interesting and historical beer. So there you go, a little background on Earthbound Brewing. All the beers from them today. We will begin, as we usually do, to my virtual left with Dan. First up, from a brewery that shares a name with one of the strangest and best games made for the NES, comes a Kolsch that shares a name with a classic D&D spell. It's called Necrotic Blast and was made in collaboration with Terror Taco and brewed with lemon, lime, and another little bit of juiciness. Is it orange juice, raspberry lemonade, or pickle juice?
I am gonna say fucking B.
Dan is saying raspberry lemonade. And Steph's next. What do you think?
Well, they said they make the weirdest beer. So I'm going to say pickle. It's the weird.
Fair enough. Finally, Ethan.
I feel like, Wayne, you're playing 3-dimensional chess on us here. And you're trying to get us to pick the pickle juice because it's actually one of the other ones. But at the same time, I just don't believe. Yeah, I'm going to go with the pickle juice. No, I hate that so much.
Pickle juice or using pickle juice in beer?
Using pickle juice in beer.
Okay.
Fair. Pickle juice is pretty nice. You'll be pleased to know there is no pickle juice in this beer. It was, in fact, as Dan said, raspberry lemonade.
Woo!
Not that weird, but the addition of blue raspberry lemonade to the lemon lime Necrotic Blast Kolsch produced a color the brewer describes as like kinda death green, hence the name.
I see.
Okay. There you go. Moving on to our next beer of the game, and Steph is going to guess first on this one. Next up is a cream ale brewed with lactose and a trio of adjuncts that aren't especially bizarre, maybe just a slightly unexpected combo. Along with milk, sugar, and flaked corn, this ale was also brewed with lemon zest and another ingredient that one might describe as fuzzy. Is it kiwis, peaches? Going with the peaches, Ethan.
Kiwi.
Kiwi says Ethan. Dan?
Sorry, more audio stuff. What are the options again?
Kiwis, peaches, coconut.
Fuck it, coconut.
Bucket, coconut. We've got everybody picking different answers, and Ethan is the only one who was correct. Fact. Kiwis, flaked corn, lime zest, kiwi cream ale with lactose.
I gotta tell you, that sounds dope. I would brew that beer. Absolutely.
I mean,
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. I got no audio.
Damn it, Dan. Because
Can't hear anything you just said, Steph. I know you were cursing me out, though.
I mean, it doesn't have to be on air, but are you brewing the Oreo beer again?
Yeah, we got a new label made for the Oreo beer because we, when we were doing it as the Oreo beer, we got a cease and desist. They said, please stop doing our logo with stick figures. So now we are no longer brewing an Oreo beer. We are brewing a legally distinct sandwich cookie ale. And we do have a label for the legally distinct sandwich cookie ale. And we will be brewing it in short order. Yeah.
Just talk to the fine folks at Hydrox. They'd be happy to have the attention.
Yeah, I think so. I would maybe we could do it.
Which, by the way, Hydrox predates Oreo by like 5 years.
Yeah, and Hydrox is I think the original is better. I think the classic is where it's at. But all I'm saying is that now we're not involved with any company. We are doing a legally distinct sandwich cookie ale.
Nice.
So
I am excited for that.
I'm excited
it's going
to
to
see
be
the
real
label.
good. Yeah, the label's great. We got a new graphic designer we're working with. Anyway, I'm derailing your game.
It's okay.
No, my audio issues did. But I think it's fixed for now.
Okay. Well, it was an important question that needed to be answered, and I'm glad that you're evading legal consequences.
Yeah. No, we are respecting the cease and desist order that we received.
Fair. So where were we? Kiwis are in this beer. It's a cream ale with lime zest, flaked corn, and kiwis. It's called Welly Boot Up. I don't know why. Maybe because New Zealand kiwis, Wellies, Wellington, something like that. Beef. Moving on to beer number 3, and Ethan to guess first on this one. Our penultimate brew is a barrel-aged dark wheat sour ale, which is pretty unusual in and of itself. Not crazy, but the weird gets weirder. It earns the style designation of Gruit/Ancient Herb Ale with the inclusion of a hop alternative you may not expect. Is it oak leaves, dandelions, or saffron?
It's got to be dandelion.
Going with the dandelions with a surety. Dan?
Dandelions. That sounds right.
Dan picks the dandelions. Steph?
I'm going to be so mad when it's saffron.
No, it's dandelion.
Going to be so mad on saffron. Saffron, I put in there because it's so expensive that if it was saffron, it would probably be a super expensive beer. It wasn't saffron, but it also wasn't dandelions.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Wait, what was the other option?
The first one, the right one?
Yeah, oak leaves. Oak leaves.
Oak leaves is a hop alternative?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's tannin. It's just a sheet of tannin. That's what a leaf is. Like, it's just a sheet of tannin.
Wow. That's an interesting description. Okay, all right.
But yeah. God damn it. I thought that you were gonna tell me they put some stupid black garlic in something. I was gonna be fucking furious, but this makes me more angry. you made a Dunkelweiss brew it with oak leaves. Fuck you. I was with the other stuff. This makes me angry.
Yeah, to be fair,
I can't totally describe why I'm so angry, but I am.
The first 2 beers weren't all that crazy. This one definitely is. Speaking of black garlic, I had it for, I think, the first time at that restaurant we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really, it belongs in Thai food, not in beer.
Yeah, fair. Good point. But oak leaves are in this beer. It was aged for over a year in Elijah Craig barrels. The oak leaf infused ale is called Dead Druid King. Not sure what king they may be referring to, but Druidism does have a strong connection to oak trees. So there you go, I guess. And we come now to our final beer of the game. And before we get to that, We need to add up the scores. We need to add up the particularly embarrassing scores that we've accumulated today.
We're all rusty.
To see, I don't know what we're going to determine out of this. Dan has 1 point.
Hey, all right.
Steph has no points. And Ethan has 1 point.
Oh,
so I guess we'll just...
Oh, man.
We'll let Steph go last.
High stakes.
The decision.
I don't think that's going to help me.
Probably not, but here we go. Dan, you're going to guess first. Lastly, we have a pretty straightforward American-style stout. Nothing strange going on here except one ingredient, and it's not even that weird. I really just want to tell you the name of this beer.
Oh, no.
It was made with, is it honey, cashews, or cloves?
Fuck.
Wait, that's it? It's
really just pick the one you like the most.
There's so many.
Pick the one you like the most.
Oh, God.
Honey, cashews, or cloves?
I'm going to go cashew.
Going with cashew nuts, says Dan. I wrote it in Steph's column. Ethan?
I'm going to go with cashews too, because honestly, that sounds great. I want to do that.
All right. Also going with the cashews. Finally,
well,
Steph.
I'm not going to choose cashews because that would be pointless. So I'll say cloves.
Saying cloves, and guess what? You are correct.
God damn it! I was
with that
gonna
answer.
Go with
Steph solidifies the German Sparkle Party. I will say.
Yeah, German Sparkle Party.
There it is. It was broken up all zoomy, but it was there.
I forgot where it was on the board.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a stout with cloves. Sounds nice. I like cloves. It sounds good. What I really admire about this beer, if I can get the sentence out, this American style stout brewed with cloves is called regular ass American stout with cloves.
God bless.
All right, I get it. I see why you wanted to say the name.
I just respect the name. But yeah, this brewery, Earthbound Brewing, they have a lot of beers in varying degrees of crazy. These are just 4 that I picked on Untapped because they stood out to me. We may hear more from them in the future. Who knows? But yeah, we have a German Sparkle Party, which I think is pretty appropriate for our return from hiatus. I think appropriately we should have a German Sparkle Party, especially with Ethan here. Everybody with 1 point. Nobody with nothing, so that's always good to see. This is the part of the program where we shout out to our most generous patrons on Patreon. We would like to thank the following individuals for keeping the lights on here at Beer Busters, beginning with Jen McDonald.
There's a hot dog I have to grab.
Also, thank you for getting our taxes done.
Yes.
Eric Dixon.
Quaffing.
Dana.
You guys can come to my basement anytime.
James Lamberg.
I live to win games.
Chris Mahoney.
Professional metal drummer.
Sean Sullivan.
Sprinter Dan.
Brian Mills.
I like cheese.
The one and only, that is No Baloney.
Cross-pollinating activities.
Sorry, I jumped the gun there.
It's all right. Topher Simmons.
Bleep.
And finally, Ben Mengel.
Delicious.
If you want to find out how you get your name on this list and all the other cool things that come along with being a patron, go to patreon.com/beerbusters. But for now, let's settle up our tab.
Say, Yvonne, remember when I said I'd have to send away to NASA to calculate your bar tab?
Oh, yeah. We all had a good laugh, Mo.
The results came back today. You owe me $70 billion.
A few years ago, I tried to brew my own beer, very first time I'd ever done it at home, and it did not turn out very well. Things would have been very different if I had myself a Brooklyn Brew Shop beer-making kit. They've been empowering the kitchen curious since 2009, and these beer kits are compact, attractive, and easy to use. And that keeps the space-strapped brewers in mind. You get the same ingredients at home as world-class craft brewers. There's no extract, no sugar powders. Just grain, hops, yeast, and depending on the beer, fun and exotic spices. Each kit comes with everything you need to make professional quality beer in your very own home. And you can even choose a kit for hard cider, wine, or sparkling wine kit too. If you want to get a little more adventurous, they have a new line called Farm Steady do-it-yourself food kits. For cheese, for fermentation, baking, foraging, and more, you get to make stuff at home that you would never think you'd get to do. Bagels and cream cheese, soft pretzels with beer cheese, fresh Italian cheeses, and sauerkraut. And if you visit bit.ly/beerbustersbrooklyn, you're going to get free and fast shipping on orders over $59. Again, that's bit.ly/beerbustersbrooklyn.
We're putting together a surprise birthday party for my mom who turned 70 recently, and it is a lot.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm into it. I just like, it's a lot to manage.
You need a secretary.
Yeah, dude, I need somebody. I need one of those personal assistants. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This is why we did 100th episode event, and we'll never do an event like that ever again.
Yeah, dude, you can't. The event planning sucks so much ass.
Where are you having the party?
At my mom's house, so that'll be easy.
Wait, did you say it's a surprise?
Yeah, so like me and Rachel are gonna sneak her out, like get her out of the house, like under the pretense that we're just like taking her to dinner or something, and then when we get back, all our friends will be there.
I don't know how I'd feel about somebody throwing me a surprise party in my own house. You're gonna stay and clean up, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, my mom's house is like the family like event house, so we have kind of like a routine anyway for this stuff because she still lives in the house that like I grew up in. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, we'll stay and take care of it and all that kind of shit.
What in the fuck?
But yeah, it was my aunt's idea to do it at the house, so that's where we're doing it.
So if you're taking her out to eat, you're not having like just snacks at the party then?
No, we're doing a full ass potluck. We're gonna have to come up with something. We're gonna have to like, I don't know what we're gonna do exactly. If we're gonna like take her out to eat or just take her out for a drink or whatever.
Yeah, but take her out for a drink and then be like, oh shit, I forgot something, or you need a story.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll figure something out. But yeah, me and Rachel basically get her out of the house for like an hour, and then we come back, everybody will be there.
That'll be fun. She'll love that.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
What do you get a 70-year-old person for their birthday? Because by the time you're 70, don't you have everything?
Yeah, me and Rachel got her a thing that you can put in the cup holder of your car, and then you can click your cell phone in it, so your GPS, you can see it if you still use your phone for GPS, which is a thing she requested specifically.
Oh, that's so
she
cute.
wanted this like model that you could like move the arm around at like a certain point. I was like, Mom, your car has like a GPS like on the screen. She's like, I'm not dealing with that.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so that's what we got her. I don't know what anybody. Most people get my mom a bottle of wine. My mom is a wine aficionado, so she basically just like really rakes that in.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everything goes smoothly, and I hope that you survive it.
Yeah. When you guys were at the bathroom, I checked my text because I had like 10 text messages I got in the last 20 minutes. It was all because of this party we're playing with my mom for her 70th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I picked up the mom 70th birthday thing from Context Clues.
Yeah,
now I get the whole connection to the text.
I needed it spelled out.
Hi, Moo.
Aw. Oh, look at her face.
Mm-hmm.
So cute. So cute.
Got to take her back to the vet soon for some more blood work.
Yeah, we really should take Jack back too. We are bad humans.
Oh, I got to have her on a strict schedule. She is 17 and a half years old.
Aww.
Oh, yeah.
She's still doing good, though. Knock on fucking particle board.
Jack is what, 12 and a half?
Yeah. Is that biting age?
No.
Is it what?
Biting.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. Oh, boy.
He was chewing on Rich while you guys were recording.
Chewing on Rich. Oh,
Well,
no.
and we're back to having to use the pill shooter because he refuses to take the pill because he decided to open an entire bag of greenies himself. Like the pill pockets that they make. He ate an entire bag of them and puked them all over the house, and now he refuses to eat the pill pockets. So now we have to use the pill shooter.
Well, we were putting them in the food, and he was doing that.
Yeah, he was eating around the pill. He would eat all the food, and the pill would be left in the bowl.
Can you crush them up?
That's actually not a bad idea.
That's what we do. I mean, we do it for fruit, but just with Zyrtec, because you're not guaranteed they're going to eat the whole thing. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if he doesn't take the whole Zyrtec. It's just Zyrtec. But
Well,
I don't know.
Rich just comes down and throws it in his mouth, and yeah,
Whatever works.
The pill shooter has been working, but
I remember our mom having to use a pill shooter, I think with Cookie when we were kids.
Really?
She'd have to like pinch the side of her face to get her open the mouth.
I don't remember that at all. Oh my God.
Shoot it in, yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
And then like rub the throat so they
Danny,
swallow.
it's time to take your vitamin.
Imagine like a super soaker. You can pump it up.
Okay. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up.
All right.
somebody has to go to DC tomorrow at 4.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
Tomorrow's her day in the office.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Fighting.
But she'll soon be working near you guys.
It's wherever the train station is, like Amtrak train.
Oh, 30th.
Street.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's 30th
Market
and
goes
Market.
30th
there,
of Market, yeah. I was inside that building for the first time a few weeks ago. It's really nice.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool, right?
I've been outside a bunch to pick up buses and shit, but I've
Yeah.
never gone inside. And yeah,
Yeah,
I used
but
to
really
take the
nice.
train to Lancaster all the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've done the train from Lancaster to Philly to New York, and that is lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
The Lancaster train station is just so quaint, you know?
It's,
And it's-
fucking
it's-
tiny.
Yeah, it's a cool vibe to do that and then show up in Philly. It's like oh yeah.
Mhm.
We're doing
And then
something
go to
here.
New York, and you're like,
New York is an open wound on the face of the earth. I fucking hate New York City.
I'm
I like
gonna
New
be
York.
there this weekend.
Oh my god.
New York is full of cool shit. It is a terrible container for that cool shit.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
to be
not
fair,
fiction.
I used to kind of think the same thing. I hated New York. It was a place you went to visit once every couple of years at most. But then I spent like 5 or 6 weeks there in a row, like every weekend, and I grew to like it. It's a cool place. You'll find anything you want, literally anything you want there.
I think the cool shit per capita ratio is off in New York. I think that there's too many people for the amount of cool shit that there is. I think that in order for it to truly live up to its potential, you need more cool shit to have a better cool shit per capita ratio. Because there's like 10 million people that live there.
There is
that's a really
fuck ton
that's
of
a
people.
really good point, because even like the brewery to people ratio is extremely low in New York City compared to most other cities around the country.
New York is weird because it is like a beer dead zone.
It is.
It's probably just because it's a hard market to get your foot in.
Yeah, it's also just like prohibitively expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough, right? Like it's just so hard to deal with a lot of the stuff there. And it's like I understand why people like New York. I'm an urban fella myself, you know what I mean? But my opinion of New York is that it's an open wound on the face of the earth. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll write up a report for you after I'm there this weekend. We're seeing a show in Brooklyn and then staying over in Brooklyn, and then Sunday we're heading into Manhattan.
Yeah. The couple of times I've been to Brooklyn, especially, I've had a really good time. And I did one thing where I went to Queens, where I had a cool time in Queens. I think maybe I just don't like Manhattan.
Manhattan is a bit much.
It's intense. Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I feel like New York City and Manhattan are like two different things. Like if you go outside of Manhattan, it's very different.
Here's the thing. I only think of Manhattan when I think of New York City.
Well, I
when
do too. But yeah.
When I hear New York, I think that people are referring to Manhattan. And if they're not referring to Manhattan, I think that I hear them say like Brooklyn. Or
Oh, yeah.
Queens or
They'll
something.
specifically say
Yeah.
the borough for sure.
So, yeah, I'm not a fan of I'm anti-Manhattan.
Manhattan
You heard it here first. Beer Busters audience. Stickman Brews does the opposite of endorse Manhattan.
Should people email you over that hot take? You didn't tell them not to.
Email me about that. I don't give a shit. The Yankees lost. The Yankees
email
lost
me.
and the Phillies are going to the World Series. Fuck you.
Fuck Manhattan at stickman.com.
Yeah, and fuck the Mets too. Fuck the Mets. Fuck the Mets.
Well, Dan, real quick, I just wanted to say we were in New York for a weekend a couple weeks ago before Vegas, and we actually stayed in Long Island City, which I never really spent time in. And there's some really cool stuff there.
There's a bar called the Alewife in Long Island City.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
good
really?
things.
I didn't see that. There's the Museum of the Moving Picture.
Yes.
We didn't get to go, but I really want to go back. It was
Yeah.
like a couple blocks from where we stayed.
This is a bit of a throwback, but Jess was from Long Island.
Oh, okay.
And she was telling me about all the cool things. I always wanted to go see it with her because I'd never been to Long Island, and she kept telling me about all these great things, included the moving picture thing. I really wanted to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't know Long Island City was a thing.
Yeah.
But,
what do you think LIC stands for?
I don't know that I've ever heard that acronym or like listened to what the letters are. That doesn't sound very familiar to me.
Oh, okay.
If I have heard it, it didn't register. So.
Well, I like Long Island City. I like Brooklyn. I like Queens. Those are good areas. And there's a lot of kick-ass beer and kick-ass vegan food in those areas.
Yeah, we had some good vegan food.
And you can get pizza really fucking late there, too.
Actually, this stuff is something I wanted to tell you, and I totally forgot about. When we went to a place called the Vegoist, and it's like a part vegan, part not vegan.
First of all, that's fucking hilarious.
And it's cool because it's like a jungle themed nightclub inside, but it's a restaurant. Like it feels like a nightclub as a restaurant. And so it's like half the menu's non-vegan and half the menu's vegan, and a lot of them are the same dishes. And so we got a vegan fish and chips as an appetizer. And you know the Gardein fish nuggets?
Yeah.
We buy them like every week. It was literally those on top of French fries.
I forgot you were saying about that.
And you probably paid.
Yeah, and I said to Jess, I was like, well, at the very least, they probably deep fried these, and we can't do that at home. And the rest of the meal was really good. But I was just like, seriously? And then she got a chicken parm somewhere that was a Gardein chicken bag. But at least that one on the menu said Gardein chicken bag.
Yeah, full disclosure.
They know a quality product when they see it.
I mean, they are good. And, you know, a good chef could make something good with them. But it's just funny to see something I buy like every week.
Well, didn't they use that at Crossroads?
Yeah, Crossroads, like that bougie ass vegan restaurant on the Strip at Resorts Casino. We went there, and they use Gardein products there too.
Oh, really?
I think that's lazy bullshit. Well,
and that's one of the like Veg, for example. When Veg opened in Philadelphia, that was like huge for the vegan scene because first of all, it was like a fine dining restaurant that was all vegan, but he was very particular about only using vegetables. So like, and I haven't been for a while, but I assume it's still the same concept where everything on the menu, the vegetable is the star and no like faux meats or any of this kind of stuff. And I was always very interested in how he made the vegetable the star.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, and you don't need to like, you know, you don't need to be fine dining, but it's like, you know, Nikki right now is doing all kinds of cool vegan shit. And she's not buying like frozen patties and deep frying them and calling it good, you know? Like, you know, do a little stuff. Do a little stuff, you know? Have a little fun.
And it's not hard to make it yourself. I mean, over COVID, Dana and I were making our own seitan and our own vegan like sausages and pepperoni. And yeah, it takes some time because you have to treat it like, you know, it's basically meat dough. So you have to let it rise and knead it and do all that shit. But like the product that you get in the end is so worth the effort and the time. And it's so much more affordable than buying it pre-packaged in the freezer section. I don't know.
Yeah. I have negative feelings about certain people. Just the Gardein patties, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The tangents that we get on.
I know.
Another hot take, you know.
I mean, we have future episodes where we're recording with people we don't even know. We have to get back to like our like professionalism when we like are recording with new people.
Yeah.
We know how to talk about beer and ask you about beer.
Sure.
But this was a good way to ease us back into this. Just shooting the shit with Ethan. Somebody will want to listen to it, right?
Here you go. Well, you'll get 7,000 downloads on this one.
Hey, I hope so. That would be the most by far.
How many angry emails will you get?
At least one. I mean, but they usually go to the info account because I never say my email address like publicly. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah.
So is it just Ethan at stickmanbrews.com?
Yeah, that is what it is. It's just
I mean, that's easy to fucking figure out.
Yeah.
We'll bleep that.
No, you don't have to.
Along with your address.
That we're gonna bleep. Don't worry.
If you know, Kate gets an email that she thinks needs my attention, she'll let me know. You know.
Otherwise, it's just noise.
Ethan, why am I getting emails about New York City?
And also the Mason-Dixon
The Mason-Dixon
Yeah, that's
line.
what I was thinking more than
and
New York
Chick-fil-A. I said some inflammatory.
Yeah,
things.
but I mean, I don't think anybody that listens to us is going to care that you bash Chick-fil-A. To be fair.
I'm pretty sure by now they would.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
Chick-fil-A by nature is an exercise in self-control because the food is really good, but they are terrible people. That struggle just, it hurts.
The struggle is real. I can't remember last time I Chick-fil-A.
That's the thing.
don't
I
give a
always
shit.
fall on the side of like, don't be bad people because I can get a better chicken sandwich at Stickman Brews.
Stickman Brews.
I'm telling you, either location, you'll get a better chicken sandwich. It's really good. It's very good. It's the best food in Southeastern Pennsylvania.
Whoa.
100%.
That's a
Best
bold
beer.
claim. It was scientifically
Best
proven
beer.
about the beer, but what is your evidence for the food?
The food?
Yeah.
Have you tasted it?
Not in a while.
Good answer.
All right, I'm
come
gonna get me one of those scratch-made biscuit chicken bacon ranch
Chicken
sandwiches.
bacon ranch. Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
know.
chicken
I want
bacon ranch on a biscuit, bro. It's unbelievable.
If you're gonna
Sounds
bring
good.
me
You
a sandwich,
guys-
that's the sandwich I want.
I gotta tell you, me saying the best food in Southeastern Pennsylvania, best beer in Southeastern Pennsylvania, I gotta tell you that stuff is humble. I think that I'm being humble when I say that. I would tell you, like in honesty, if I had to really evaluate
Oh
it,
no!
it's the best beer and food this side of the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so
Could
and
you
not
say
even
in the
just
continental
coast,
United
like not even
States?
the beginning of the Pacific Ocean. I'm talking about like the point where the Pacific Ocean meets the Baltic Sea. It's the best.
Wow!
Like, so I'm including all the Polynesian islands in this.
Wow,
Like,
okay.
I'm including the Philippines in this discussion.
That's
like, it is
bold.
the best beer and food in all these places, South and North America. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, both hemispheres.
I think
It's
you have
the
a harder
best.
time. I think you'll have a harder time hitting that bar with the food side of that equation, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, you know, I'm the only one on this podcast who's tasted the food. So,
And
Yeah.
that, ladies and gentlemen, is the scientific method at work.
I guess
Yeah.
it is. Holy shit! I don't doubt
Yeah.
that it's incredible. I'm not kidding. If you bring me a sandwich, bring me that sandwich. Please bring me that sandwich.
yeah, I'll bring you a sandwich.
All
I'll
right,
bring you a
good.
sandwich.
Thank you.
Don't bring him a sandwich. Make him drive to you. So
Listen,
I,
I
can meet up
will
with
drive
him.
out there eventually, but I want that sandwich
Eventually.
now.
Yeah, we'll get him a sandwich. We'll
All
get him a sandwich.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Thank you. Hey, I mean, bring me all the chicken sandwiches.
But so yeah, the chicken sandwich is unbelievable. The chicken sandwich is really something. She does a brisket cheesesteak with chimichurri on it.
Whoa!
Yeah, that is something. She makes pastrami from scratch. Does a Reuben. These wood fired wings that she does. Like all the sauces are house made. A Scotch egg that's made from scratch. I'm just like remember. Oh, she does a smoked onion dip with house made chips. There's a different chili all the time, and there is a chili cheese fry experience you can get going. My favorite chili was the South Philly chili, which was basically like the South Philly roast pork sandwich in chili form.
Ooh.
That came on fries with the Parmesan and broccoli rabe in addition to the chili, which is pretty dope. She's doing like rib platters right now. She was doing a rib platter. What else was she making? Mac and cheese balls. Also just like all kinds of mac and cheese. I think the mac and cheese has a vegan option as well.
Oh, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
I bet it's delicious.
Don't
Oh,
go to
goddamn
Applebee's.
Don't go.
Go to Stickman.
Yeah, fuck
Can we
Applebee's.
make that
Don't
the
go to
name
Applebee's.
of the episode?
That should be the title, yes.
I'm telling you, man, it's high quality food. We are, there's a lot of great places in Royersford, and you should go to all of them because you can't go to Stickman every day. I understand that, but we are really I would put what we're doing against anybody right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. The beer's always on point. The food that I had before was always unbelievable.
Yeah, the food's always been great, and this is the best version of the food we've ever had.
Don't go to Applebee's. Go to Stickman.
Go to Stickman. And that goes for all of them, I know that Outback Steakhouse is appealing, but go to Stickman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was recently tooth and nail defending Outback Steakhouse to me.
Yeah. Like as a concept or like the
Apparently
I don't know. I can't actually.
Yeah,
I
I've eaten
can't
there
tell
once.
you I've ever been to one.
I've eaten there once. I had the obligatory bloomin' onion. I forget what else I had, but apparently they treat their steak well. It might not be the best cut, but they know what they're doing with it. Is what I was told.
Hey, I mean, God bless. Good for them.
Yeah.
You know, I used to get a bloomin' onion at the Vermont State Fair every year.
Ooh,
that was a big ritual.
That was probably really good.
Yeah, that was a high quality thing. Nice. So I can understand the appeal of the bloomin' onion because you can't get that everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's fair.
That is very true. So, Ethan, if people want to find out more about Stickman,
or send angry emails,
where
all right,
should we direct
angry
them?
Emails go to dan@beerbusterspodcast.com. Everything else, you know, you can check out stickmanbrews.com, @stickmanbrews, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Not so much anymore on TikTok. But you know, we're around. You can find us. You can find us in your local supermarket. You can find us at your local bar. You can find us at our fine locations in Chester Springs and Royersford. We have the best food and beer this side of where the Pacific Ocean meets the Baltic Sea.
The best food in this particular section of the Milky Way galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this spiral arm.
Right.
Actually, I don't know. I can't really make that. I haven't been to Singapore or Vietnam yet, but otherwise, it's the best food.
I like how you kind of kept yourself grounded by mentioning places you could actually go and not like Venus.
No. When I go to Singapore and Vietnam to confirm that we have better food than they have there too, then I will make the claim that it's the whole world. But I haven't been to those.
I've heard real good things about the food in Vietnam.
Really thought you were going to say Singapore and Venus.
Fantastic. I'm going to love it.
Well,
it's, you know, we'll see. We'll confirm.
Cool. I expect a report. Well, while you are out there following along with Stickman, remember us. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Beerbusters. Facebook, we are Beerbusters Podcast. There is also beerbusterspodcast.com, where you can also add to that URL /shop. There's YouTube, Beerbusters Podcast, and then we are also at patreon.com/Beerbusters. Man. Ethan, thanks again.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of fun.
Of course, legitimately could not think of a better person. Again, no offense to other guests, but the rapport, the history, the hot takes, and such.
And I have to give you a compliment. You respond to me faster than literally any other person that's ever been on our show.
I was so impressed with how quickly Steph told us it was confirmed for tonight.
Oh, yeah. I'm great at texting. I don't leave anybody hanging. That's the thing about me. Other people like to play cool. They like to act like they didn't see what you text me. If my phone is in my hand, you're getting a response back as soon as I get the text.
That's great.
I don't play around.
Don't leave anybody on red. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't do any of that. I am texting immediately. If I'm not texting you, it's because I'm incapacitated or I'm busy.
Let's hope it's busy and not incapacitated. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I think unfortunately this brings us to the end of another episode of Beer Busters, and I get to do the thing, and I'm messing up because I did the wrong fader, because that makes sense. Why wouldn't I mess something up? At least the other stuff, the other audio issues were not my fault. But you know the story. Go to Stickman. Don't go anywhere else. Go other places, but also go to Stickman. Their beer is amazing. The food is amazing. Don't go to Applebee's, apparently. And that Chick-fil-A, they're blocking 3 lanes of traffic right around the corner. You got it. It's Stickman. Stickman it is. Well, hey, I am Dan Baker. I'm joined by my co-host and brewologist,
Pat Pfaffner,
and the demented and fermented
Wayne Baker.
Here's the deal. Thank you for listening. Sorry for the hiatus. We're happy you are with us. No squids were harmed in the making of this episode.
Get some bougie snacks at the Stick and Rofo.
Goddamn right.